is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To the ground with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. We saw it right there.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Hand off from the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, they Maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Looking for the goal line.
As a former quarterback, guys, I love drag routes down close to the goal line. You're hoping you're going to get a mesh. You're going to get him freed up, and it's just a catch and walk in. But the defense makes the tackle. They're now setting up 4th down. Do you have the guts to go back to that same pass play here on offense?
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? He'll set up to throw. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. It's complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Unloads quickly. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on 1st down from the 40. To the air on 1st down. Now improvising. Throwing on the run. Pulls it in inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Next, going for the goal line. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Back's looking for the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his feet. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Stanford with time to think about it, did not hesitate. They'll start things up with a 4th down play. Moving out of the pocket. He is out of bounds, and he did not get there. Couldn't reach the pylon. They'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle, and how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the second quarter with a safety.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. The RPO, it's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
He slings it deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll throw on third down. It's complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting pool.
Reels it in down the left side. Running free. Touchdown, Stanford. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richardson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a grab over the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon when the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Arizona runs out the punt team. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Turning it on. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll run it from the gun. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give from the gun. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. It's complete to the right. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Stanford quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And back to the air on 2nd down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll pull it down. How about that defense and stopping him short on fourth down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wildcats will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Richardson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
Positive plays, that's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Spins away from the defender. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The option look. He'll pitch it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They go to the wide receiver screen. At the 45 on its way. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete and quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And it's no good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a fifth if they can't move the chains. Third down play from the gun. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Zings it complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Priority number one, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. Got a little space. Quick step and go. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Anderson will throw. Flips it out in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
going to sling it on second down. Intercepted to stop the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They punt it away on fourth down. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his second catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one.
Touchdown, Arizona! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. Finds space on the right. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Pocket breaking down. Got rid of it just in time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy.
Touchdown, Wildcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get
strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down? He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Pryor. No siree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
QBs Reese, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Anderson will throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset.
And how about the quarterback coming up big late in this ballgame? You've got to have him. Nothing open, takes off, scrambles, does it himself, and makes the heads-up play to get out of bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got his man. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Anderson wants to throw. He's going for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. What will the offense dial up on third and goal? Last chance coming up. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. On the ready. Jackrabbit. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments.